Good morning, 9:50 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on this Saturday, January 27th, 2023. I'm XRP Future Millionaire, and I reside in the great state of Michigan. So if you're tuning in, if you're new, or you're an old viewer, thank you so much for tuning in. I want to thank everybody for subscribing, as we just went over 20,000 subscribers this morning. I think it said we had 20,003 subscribers. So thank you all for helping me accomplish that milestone. It's an incredible journey we've been on, and it's going to continue to be an incredible journey, but hitting that 20,000 subscriber milestone was nice to see this morning. We had a nice amount of viewers that subscribed to the channel the last couple days, so that was nice to see. But now I want to go over this morning's technical analysis. As you know, we went over the up route, went to rejection. We've already hit 534. Does that mean it's the end of this move up to rejection? Does it mean that we can come up a little bit more? Well, we all know if we went up to that rejection that it could be a problem. And now we did go up to the 534. Like we all know, if you've been watching what I've been saying the last few days, better part of the last week, when XRP had that breakdown, and you can see that 534 pivot point that we've come back up to right now. It does look a little bull flaggy. But if we go back to the shorter time frames, this is what we did. We're in a descending triangle. We came down to low support at the 497. What we really wanted to do, though, was to break through here. And instead of taking the up route and pushing back in the relative strength index, we wanted to dump down to 44 cents. And we would have been overextended, very much so. We would have been oversold. And that is the proper formula to have a massive return rally. Right now what we've done is we've made the return to rejection, and unfortunately most times once we get up there, either we get rejected here or we come up to here right around 57.3 cents, 57.7 cent area, and that would be your ultimate rejection. We do have a little bit of a reversal pattern here. We've got a little bit of the bull flaggy that it looks like 4 hourly. We're up on top of the 20-day, 2 hourly. We have a bullish cross here, so either one of two things is gonna happen this weekend. XRP is either gonna get rejected by this 534, or if you look at this in the 2 hourly, XRP can get above that 534, and then you've got one of two choices. One, if you break above there, you get rejected at 546. Two, you continue coming up and we hit the downtrending resistance up here around that 576. And that's this descending triangle that would fulfill out more. But the unfortunate thing is to me, I don't know how we're going to get out of the relative strength index if we're making this up route to rejection without having a further correction now. That's just what I'm looking at. 2 hourly. We're nearly overbought, but we've moved back down on this correction. 3 hourly, same thing. If we have one more big push up, these are going to be well into the overbought. And we're going to be overextended once more. Daily time frame, we started to reverse back up. And there's a lot of room to come back up if it wants to. It's just we do have a death cross. And honestly, it looks like we could be pushing to rejection. And that's what I didn't want to see. But like we came down to the bottom support. So it does support if we want to have a move farther up. Back to around that 57 cent mark. The way it's set up does... honestly, it would support it in the daily that it could come up all the way up there. It's just that's a firm rejection up there. The smaller time frames, though, suggest we could be topping out a little bit. It's just on a thinly traded weekend with the setup, I wouldn't necessarily think this is a topping reversal. I would think this has one more layer up. In fact, we're meeting for support, but the fact that we came so far up, if we do lose in the 1 hourly, if we do lose this weekend 528, that could be a sign that we come all the way back down. But it would be quite surprising if we came back down without a further tug up. But 534 is that first technical target that we hit, and that's your first pivot point. So if XRP is meant to be bearish, 534 could push us in the down direction. If not, we've talked about the two other areas. We've got right around 55 cents in the 2 hourly. The 200-day sits up there. And then... if we break above that, we'll be pushing more towards 58 cents, but it's depending on where we hit it. We'll say 58 cents if we head up there by February 1st. But these are quicker return rallies that ultimately typically lead you back down to lower levels. So we'll see exactly how this plays out in the next couple days. 30 minutes cleared out. We have a golden cross. We are trying to sit on the 20-day. But if we do rotate back down, that would be a problem. I think this is a bearish recovery. So that's just something we have to pay attention to. And then with Bitcoin, it's down 54 points at 41,750. Bitcoin's an interesting one. Just like XRP. We had this broadening wedge. We're back within it. We did have a little overzealous breakdown. Now it looks like Bitcoin, like we talked about yesterday, 43,500 area. Looks like it wants to see how bullish or bearish we are in that area. It looks like it's going to be pretty hard to avoid that push. 2 hourly, we're getting back into overbought. But it still looks like there's a little room to run up to that level we just talked about. 4 hourly is going to be up into overbought after this next push up. It's actually, it's been a negative here for Bitcoin. It had a beautiful breakdown, but now tomorrow, when the futures market, when the weekly candle closes, that candle is going to have a dump down and then pull back up of magnificent proportions, and it's barely even going to have a dump down effect. So right now, it looks like to me we're having this little recovery, but in the end, it looks like it should take another move down. I'm XRP Future Millionaire. If you got anything out of this, please make sure to hit that like button. Consider subscribing to the channel and joining the over 20,000 subscribers. It's nice to say that. So thank you to all the new subscribers. If you're looking for a way to pay it forward, you can always join Tom's Army or send a YouTube super chat. But other than that, XLM's up 0.2% at 11.6 cents. XLM's in this ascending formation in the immediate short term. We're trying to bounce out of the short term. We do have a dot cross here that we're looking at rejection. If we get rejected at 11.85, if that happens, well, it could be a problem. But that does look like a W reversal, as we've talked about on some of the other ones. Just we're going to be overextended here at 11.85. That could be where the pushback down is. We took the up route instead of the down route, and for that, it could be an issue. Have a blessed morning, everybody. I've got to get going. Hopefully this found you.